You know what? Last week I said there was going to be a new episode of Animated Highlights. But that was before all of the trailers dropped last week. My god, there were so many trailers that dropped for animated movies, I figured it'd be a good idea for me to actually talk about them. After all, it might help get me relevant into YouTube's algorithm. Yes, you saw that right. This is going to be a new show called Talking Trailers, because I'm talking about trailers. What a concept! With that, I'm the animator, and welcome to this first episode of Talking Trailers. The first trailer I want to talk about is going to be the Lego Movie 2. Normally, when you're talking about movies that have either a Roman numeral or just the number 2, they're not going to be really that good. However, when I saw the trailer for the first original Lego movie, I was initially against it because it was such a lazy concept, because all you have to do is just make all the blocks out of Lego and then just multiply them to suit your needs for a scene. Given my knowledge on 3D animation, that's what I figured they would be doing. However, they went one step beyond and actually made it look as if it was a Lego movie done by a person who wasn't a professional. The quality of the movie was really well done, and I liked the overall feel of it. So watching the sequel trailer, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a good movie, but given the source material and the people behind it, I do feel it's going to be a sequel worth going to. That seems to be happening more and more nowadays. Speaking of sequels, the next movie I want to talk about is Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet. Yes, they make the joke that Ralph should be wrecking the internet. In a very cringy move, they decided to say break the internet as a thing. That thing was 2 to 3 years ago, and referring to Kim Kardashian as everyone was laughing at her, rather than what she thought, which was everyone admiring her. It looks like Vanellope is going to get into some trouble, where she glitches through a door which says princesses on it. I suppose it's Disney's way of acknowledging that yes, Vanellope is a princess. My favorite part about this whole sequence is that when Vanellope enters the room with all the princesses, they go into full defense mode, and Cinderella's first instinct is to break her glass shoe and use it as a weapon in the style of a glass bottle. The other thing I think is funny is when they were asking her reasons why she's a princess, those reasons start getting darker and darker. And of course, Vanellope, being a rational person, quietly asks if they want her to call the police. If there's one takeaway you can have from this trailer, is that Wreck-It Ralph is going to be what the Emoji Movie was trying to do but failed at it. Hardcore. When they first entered the internet, you see all the different entities of the internet, such as Facebook, YouTube, Google, and Twitter. They actually have blue birds tweeting each other all day. Yeah, that's a thing. I look forward to seeing it when it comes out in November. The third movie I want to talk about is Into the Spider-Verse. I remember seeing the teaser trailer for it and thinking how awesome it's going to be with its cinematography. The movie looks like it's going to be a lot more beautiful than just a regular everyday animated movie based off of Spider-Man. Or more specifically, Ultimate Spider-Man. The movie is going to follow Miles Morales as he's being trained by Peter Parker to be the next Spider-Man. You add Spider-Gwen, which is my favorite Otherworld's incarnation of Spider-Man, and you got the recipe for a great movie. But you one-up it a notch by adding the way that the movie looks. Warning, gushing is about to commence. Oh my god, where do I begin about this movie? The whole overall look of it is absolutely gorgeous. It looks like a comic book brought to life. I mean, you've got halftones everywhere. The thing looks like you actually put it into Photoshop and actually colorized each and every single frame. The movie is absolutely brilliant with its direction for art, and I would be very, very, very upset if it actually didn't win some sort of an award for the way it looks. Gushing is now over. You may continue with the episode. As a comic book adaptation, or more specifically an adaptation of Spider-Man, I think this movie might just be the best one yet. I'm sorry, Tom Holland, but this movie looks awesome, and I've always had a soft spot for Miles Morales. I'm looking forward to it coming out in December, right after I've seen Wreck-It Ralph. Now, the last movie I want to talk about, mostly because you saved the best for last, is a movie I'm very much looking forward to seeing. How to Train Your Dragon, from the first movie all the way through the series on Cartoon Network, to the series on Netflix, even to the second movie, is something that I've been watching from the very beginning. I love it. I love the concept of training dragons in much the same way someone would train a pet. And the fact that the dragons are fiercely loyal, yes, even Hook Fang, that makes it much more enjoyable. It's sad to say that this is going to be the last movie depicting these characters, but with any luck, they're going to be going out on top. The visuals look very enticing, to say the least. On top of that, it was very adorable to see Toothless doing his best peacock impersonation to impress the Light Fury. The next thing I want to say is that in the beginning of the trailer, you see Hiccup decidedly much older with a beard. And all I gotta say about that is, holy crap. I really do hope that this movie finishes off the series in a much better way than the Netflix series did. Don't get me wrong, the Netflix series was great, but it was like, oh yeah, this is a thing now. And it added it just because it needed to bridge the gap between the first movie and the series and the second movie. I'm looking forward to seeing this one as well, whenever it comes out. It doesn't say exactly when it's going to be coming out, but it does say pretty soon, and it says something about 2019. Anyways, that's going to do it for this episode. As always, I'm the Animator, and this was Talking Trailers. Hey, if you like what you saw and you want to see more, please consider checking out my channel. I have a lot of content there based around cartoons, and if that sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and subscribe, as I would be very grateful. Another thing that would be very helpful is like this video and comment. I'm the Animator, and thanks for watching.